I am vengeance. I am night. I am Bat. Sorry, Batman. Come here. I'm gonna put this back here. Hang on. There we go. All right, let's talk about Lego Batman. Hello everyone, welcome to my Lego Batman movie review. That's my crappy Bane impression. By the way, speaking of Bane, check out this awesome t-shirt. If you know what Wayne's World is and the character of Bane, well, you can understand my appreciation for this t-shirt. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about some other cool stuff I picked up from TeePublic. So look out. The Lego Batman movie starring Will Arnett as Batman and Michael Cera as his trusty sidekick, Robin. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you understand my unhealthy passion, my desire, my love, my cravings for the vigilante known as Batman. I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I put the Batman cowl on in the privacy of my own home and sucker punch pillows. Now, a few years ago, Lego realized that they owned the film rights to great characters such as Indiana Jones, Batman, Superman. Pretty much every iconic character in a film you've ever seen, Lego technically owns the rights to put them in films. And a few years back, they got to thinking and said, why don't we make movies featuring all these iconic characters that we know people will go see? And when it came to that first Lego movie, I didn't love the movie, but I really liked it, I enjoyed it, and it was entertaining. And now they're capitalizing on the character of Batman, and we have the Lego Batman movie. And I'm not complaining. Now let's talk about Batman in this movie. He's a self-obsessed badass who likes to work alone, and he has family issues. And voicing Batman is actor Will Arnett, who has a built-in Batman raspy voice. Hey Robin, why don't you make like a bird and fly out of here? He doesn't even say that in the movie, but he sounds like that. And speaking of Robin, aka Dick Grayson, he's voiced by Michael Cera, and this is almost like an Arrested Development reunion. And I would probably say, as far as comedy goes, I think Robin's character in this film had the most levity to it, and I think I laughed the most with this character. And the other thing is, whenever you have a character that wears green underwear with a yellow cape and his name is Robin, I think Michael Cera voicing that character kind of just it puts it all together perfectly. And that's one of my favorite things about this movie. It's very self-aware, it's self-deprecating, and it just makes jokes about all the obvious things we've been thinking for many, many years, but they never mentioned in movies. It's like, does anyone else think it's weird that Batman, this vigilante of the night, is hanging out with this little boy wearing underwear? But in the Lego Batman movie, they make it a point to mention that, and I respect things like that. And if you're a Batman fanboy like me and you love all of the Batman movies for what they are, except for this one right here, I don't even think Batman the Lego movie mentions this movie. Was there a reference to nipples? I don't think there was.
I've seen you go through similar phases in 2016 and 2012 and 2008 and 2005 and 1997 and 1995 and 1992 and 1989 and that weird one in 1966.
And throughout the Lego Batman movie, there are so many little references to past Batman movies and little character traits and just little things that Batman fanboys and nerds will pick up on and love. And you might call that fan service, but you know what I say to that? I'm a fan, so service me. It sounds weird, I know, but that's how I feel. If a modern day Batman movie can take shark repellent as a subplot and make it make sense and make it funny in a film, that's phenomenal. Now let's talk about the main villain of the film. And by the way, there's about 497 villains in this film, ranging from the Batman universe all the way to Lord of the Rings. But the main villain is the Joker, and he's voiced by Galifianakis. And I would say if I had to pick a least favorite character in this film, I don't know if it would be the Joker, but I wanted more from the character of the Joker, especially voiced by Galifianakis, because I enjoy his comedy, I like his style, but in the Lego Batman movie, it didn't feel like the script allowed a lot of room for Galifianakis to interject his own comedy style in there. The character of the Joker in this film almost felt like it could have been voiced by anyone else. As far as the visuals and animation go in this movie, it's a given. It looks great. I watched the movie in 3D, and something about watching those little Lego blocks do things up on the big screen, it's just magical and mystical. There's something about it. I don't know. Maybe I just really like squares. Now, I believe this movie's 100% CG, and they manipulate the CG to make it look like stop animation, and I really love things like that because that's what the Lego movies needed. They needed that to set them apart from other CG movies that come out. Very quickly on a side note, this doesn't really relate to the review, but when I was a kid, I used to get Legos all the time, but I was too lazy or maybe too stupid to actually construct what the manual and instructions told me to do, so I just make my own shit. And yeah, so anyway, I actually never put together an actual Lego set of what it told me to put together. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I go outside the boundaries. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but if you did stuff like that as a kid, let me know down below so I don't feel all alone. Now, here are my final flicking thoughts on the Lego Batman movie. Justice. positives. Now, when it comes to negatives, I would say the third act of this movie goes on a little bit too long. I thought they could have wrapped up the movie a little bit quicker than they did. It more or less turns into this big generic cliche third act battle sequence where anything that can happen does happen, and I thought they could have streamlined it a little bit more. And from an overall storytelling perspective, this movie's almost an exact clone of the first Lego movie in many, many ways. But you know what? This is a fun movie that has a subplot with shark repellent in it, and I have to applaud it for that. And if you go into this movie being a hardcore Batman fanboy or just a casual fan, I think you're really going to appreciate all the little subtleties and jokes towards the character. So as far as this Batman fanboy is concerned, this movie did the character of Batman justice, no pun intended. I'm going to give the Lego Batman movie, So that's my take on the Lego Batman movie. That's my Will Arnett voice. So here's my question to you guys, and let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about the movie, or if you guys could make any past film property into a Lego adaptation, what would it be? So yeah, let me know all that down below. Now let's do an unboxing of some awesome stuff from TeePublic. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna open this up. And by the way, if you guys want to check out TeePublic, like I said, the link's down below. You can click it, that goes to my store. That's where all my t-shirts are. Check this out. Look at this mug. Steady hands, steady hands. I can't wait to take this thing home, put 3 ice cubes in it, no more, no less, and drink some, I don't know, some Red Bull? Yeah, that sounds good. All right, what else do we have in here? I just love the way new t-shirts smell. So check this out. This is like a classic retro Batman t-shirt. So yeah, you can never have enough Batman t-shirts. I think I have 87 right now. So that's pretty awesome. All right, then we have this right here. This is kind of like a mix of Skeletor meets Punisher. I really just thought this was a cool t-shirt. So yeah. All right, and last but certainly not least, if you've seen the movie Top Gun and Star Wars, well, you'll understand this. So if you guys want a closer look at some of those designs, I'll put the link down below to my TeePublic store. There's pretty much everything that you could think of is at TeePublic. Like somebody actually made this. I love it. So anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. That way, I can see you next time.